Hello everybody. Leo here. Hope everybody's having a pretty good day. Hope everything's going well for you. We are off on a little adventure today, and I thought I would bring you guys along and just kind of show you some of what we're up to today. This one could get wild. We're expecting rain later today. The forecast keeps changing by like every 30 minutes by the hour. One minute it's heavy thunderstorms, the next minute it's light rain, the next it's moderate rain, the next it's heavy thunderstorms again. So we're camping by the river here in southern West Virginia, and camping down in valleys along steep mountains. If you get a heavy downpour, this comes up really fast. So there's a possibility that I may have to employ an old military technique called the bug out. Funny I mentioned military. It's totally coincidence. You'll see why a little bit later. I got something else that you guys will like, I think. But anyway, I had another spot picked out just about 50 yards from where I'm going to be camping at. But since it is going to be, raining at some point today, I should get at least a couple hours. I'm going to set up my camp underneath a bridge like the winos do. I figure if it's good enough for a wino, it's probably good enough for me. But my plan is I'm going to go down, and I've still got a couple hours till time for the rain to start. So I'm going to go down, clear me a spot. We'll hope for the best, prepare for the worst. So I'm going to go clear me a little spot, and maybe probably go ahead and do some fishing, stuff like that. Then when it starts to rain, I'll maybe fix some lunch and decide from there. The ground's pretty dry as far as that goes. So, I'm sure we could absorb quite a bit of rain before, the river is going to start to reflect it. But just to be on the safe side, you got to always keep stuff like that in mind. It's fun. You're not trying to get killed. Anyway, I guess I better head on down and get started. Just like I said, thought I would kind of bring you guys up to speed and, what we're doing, what my plan is. But I guess, without further ado, get on down there and pick us out a spot and get started, cleared it out, and get ready for hopefully some fun and some adventure. No flooding. See, down here, with the steep mountains, valleys, those of you who live in places like that, flash floods. It doesn't take, from where I'm at, it's not going to take a flood to stop me, because you can see right here I've only got a couple feet and the road is blocked. If it gets up just a couple feet, I've had it. So yeah, we won't be like pressing my luck, but like I said, I may have to abandon ship tonight at some point this afternoon. We'll see. As long as the river stays where she's supposed to be and we don't get too much rain, this should be a really fun trip. See all the little bays here. All it takes is a couple feet. A foot, now about 2 feet would be in the road. So at the first sign of heavy rain, it's time to leave. Ooh, big hole. Which I suppose I could probably take a little bit of heavier rain, as long as it's not too bad. Alright, we'll get out and look around. and see what we got here. Right here, I'm directly under the highway. That's US 119 directly above me. And right down here is the water that I want to fish. I'll give you the tour real quick. And I was kind of thinking, find me a spot. You got to watch those downspouts. They're like rain gutters from the highway above you. So you don't want to be, you certainly don't want to be under one of those. But what I need to do is find me a level spot, preferably a little bit elevated, just in case. And we'll set up and see about doing some fishing, and we'll play it by ear, you know, see how things go. First little shower. And what I was saying about the gutters, one over there too, another one back there. I got the grass cut before the rain started. So I believe once this shower passes, I just checked the radar. Look at that. I just checked the radar, and it looks like this little shower should pass pretty fast. But I got what I needed to get done. But we'll walk down real quick just to kind of show you what I did. A little bit rainy, a little bit rainy. Hopefully cools the water down. I don't see how it could not. But got me a nice spot right here. Cleared off. Ready to go. Put my tent right here. Assuming I don't get ran off and have to, like I said, bug out. We'll see though, won't we? Look at that water streaming off the bridge though, through them gutters. Alright, let's get back under my carport, the bridge. And kind of hang out for a minute, see what happens, watch the weather. Keep an eye on the radar. And progress on. Hopefully this little shower will pass. They're saying the sun's supposed to come back out this afternoon, so that sounds good. Kind of getting a little bit juicy already, but looks like that little shower's just about gone. It rained fairly hard for a minute, as you can see, but either way, I got my work done. Found another little spot too right back here, but it's more for a small tent. I could put a small one there. The one I brought tonight for that big spot down there, I brought a 12-foot teepee tent, assuming I don't get ran off by the rain. What are you gonna do, right? But we'll hang out for a little while and I guess start getting bait and get fishing rods out and get them put back together and get ready, and hopefully, you never know, we might get lucky. They say rain days are supposed to be some of the best fishing days. We'll find out, won't we? Assuming the river doesn't get up. Always back to that, isn't it? The one thing that could cancel it all. Because like I said, once it starts, you got to leave now. You can't wait. You wait, comes up here, you're trapped. And your UTV's going to get flooded. All your junk is going to get flooded. I mean, I could go up the hill here, but that can't. Well, the first little rain shower's gone. And it looks like what is it? Wow, millions of little bugs right there. But it looks like I've got a little bit of a gap in the clouds. So I'm going to throw a hook out and just see what happens. You never know. You never know. But let's check this out. It's close. It's close. It looks like we're going to go right through the gap. Hopefully. So we'll just keep tabs on it, and you know, kind of, it's not just here either, it's upstream. You have to watch, you know, you get a bunch of rain up there, all it's going to take to wipe me out here is about 3 feet. A 3-foot rise in the river is about all it would take. So yeah, we got to be watching upstream too, not just here. But luckily I've got what, well, right now I've got 1 bar, but I had 3 or 4 earlier. So we're still good. As long as we got connection, I can keep tabs on it and see what's going on there. And we don't want the river to ruin our little camping trip. So, alright, we are baited up and ready to get out there. Here comes the first cast. Right there. Figure I'll take this one, throws a little further. I'll go out that way with it, and then down this way with the other one. That'll work. One. Two. We're officially out there. I'm guessing there's some current here. That has to be current right off the bat. May need to reposition that one, not quite in the first. I don't know. Huh. Sure looks like something, doesn't it? About halfway tempted to take a stab at it just to see. Pretty sure it's current though. Now that don't look like current. That really don't, does it? That is not current, I don't believe. I believe it's a mix. I believe there might be some current and a bite. Of course, that other one ain't getting many hits yet. It's not doing anything. This is going to be an interesting evening, isn't it? Yeah, there's still rain in the area. Kind of nice looking, ain't it? So I guess it's pretty soon here. Be time to fix something to eat, and I have to set up camp. Obviously, you got to bring everything over and set up the tent and all the good stuff and the toys. You know how it is. Well, I just reeled in my lines. I got 2 good runs. I got one over there and one over there, and several small bites. So we're biting anyway. I can probably switch to a smaller hook and catch some of those smaller catfish, but I would rather try for a bigger one. You know, try anyway. You never know, but you can always try, right? But anyway, it looks like the storm has missed all the thunderstorms, so I guess we're going to plan on going ahead with the camping trip, which means I need to bring my lines in for a while and go fix something to eat and set up camp and all this other good stuff that goes along with it. How pretty does that look? Looks like somebody's about to have a little bit of an adventure now, don't it? I've got my rods sitting at the ready. I got them reeled in, brought the UTV down here into place, and set my little table up. In theory, I've got me a little indicator right here, and I'm watching, of course, you know, watching the radar, watching the weather. Got me a little indicator just to kind of keep an eye on the river level, just in case. But what I wanted to show you guys is, y'all know how sometimes on my channel we make stuff, right? We cook fried chicken or catfish or something, you know. I fix dinner. We thought that we would do something a little bit different. Hang on, let me get my coffee. We thought this time that we would just do something a little bit different this time. So we're going to start something where we're fixing some old dishes on the channel. Now this one right here, the one we have for you today, the first one, I think you'll get a kick out of. We'll be making on a shingle today. Yeah, I get to say the word repeatedly, and you know it's cool because, you know, I'm talking about a dish, totally different thing. Figure Heather might want to put like a counter up on the screen, keep track how many times I say it. I mentioned that to her. She didn't seem real receptive. Now, the main ingredient is really old, dried up, horrible, awful chipped beef. Now, ours is a little bit better. You know, ours is modern. Back in the day, they used, you know, whatever old, you know, dried out salt beef, whatever they had, and they would cut it up and chunk it and make it into the, you know, make it into the dish, shit on a shingle. But we're going to be using the closest thing we can get. And this is basically the same thing. It's a more modern version, a little bit less salt, but it's still pretty salty. And in the old dish, you are supposed to soak this, and some of the old recipes say as long as to bring it up to a steam, where the water starts to steam and then drain it. But the more modern version here, it's not quite as salty, and you know, a little bit better for you, not quite as bad. But I'm gonna soak it anyway, just a little bit, just to kind of remove some of the excess salt, just to be on the safe side. From there, and we got real butter. You know, you can't be using no, you know, I can't believe it's not butter or none of that garbage. And I got some Italian bread. That's the only thing, only issue I have. I don't exactly have access to a toaster right here. I tried on my little power supply, it wouldn't work. But that is the only thing, is I won't be able to toast the bread. So you'll have to bear with me on that. Actually, when I left, I started to leave the house, and I almost forgot the bread. And that's, you know, that's the shingle part, right? And it dawned on me when I discovered this and got the bread out of the refrigerator. It dawned on me, well, if you had left the shingle, all you'd have would be shit. Okay, I probably won't quit that either. I probably won't. I'm not even going to tell you that I am. All right, I'm going to here in a second. Now, they didn't necessarily. This is mostly. It was widely used in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, all that sort of stuff. A lot of you guys may be, you know, ex-military. Probably know this dish. Probably know it a little bit too well. Some people considered it a delicacy, you know, a real treat. But I guess it just comes down to how long you had been in the military and how many times you've had this dish. I would imagine after a while, yeah, it probably lived up to its name. But not today. Not today. I've never had this dish that I know of. So this will be a first time for me. So I have it open and getting ready to slice it. And you can see it's like rolled up like little salami kind of looking thing. And they say it smells a lot like dog food. So smells like dog food. It really does. They say it doesn't do that once you soak it. It's supposedly, that's supposed to be the way it smells, y'all, from what I've read. Good quality stuff smells a little bit like dog food when you first open it. And yeah, this definitely smells a little bit like dog food. All right, let me get this chopped up and get it soaking, get it in some water, and we'll move on from there. Well, as you can see, it's trying to sprinkle again, but we can work with it. As long as it don't get any worse than this, I can live with it, I suppose. I guess. I've got my flour and butter mixture ready to go, and we are ready for the warmed cream and water to go right in. And I just need to warm this up. There we go. And turn it into a gravy. And as it warms up, turn it down to a simmer, and we'll have some gravy here in a minute. And there we have it. Old school shit, not quite on a shingle yet, but you get the idea. And it thickens up as it sets. Just warm it a little bit and it thickens right up. We are ready. Like I said, the only difference is the toast. Other than that, we are pretty true to the original recipe. I even left a few lumps in it. Okay. Here we go. Dog food on a shingle. Not the worst thing I've ever eaten. Certainly not the worst thing I've ever eaten. I guess I can see. It's supposed to have a little bit of pepper in it, but I forgot the pepper. Look at that. Looks good though, don't it? Really thick gravy. Okay, to be honest, if you were starving to death and didn't want to starve to death, this might be an option. Other than that, I'm gonna go with a hard no. Oh, you military people, I feel for you. But we'll eat her anyway, won't we? The way I figure it, it's just like in the military. That's what's for dinner. Eat it and shut up. Pretty much how it goes, ain't it? Dinner is whatever dinner is, isn't it? Not too bad though, I guess. I mean, I would say it kind of grows on you. That that would probably be a lie, though, to be honest. No. Nope. It don't grow on you. Not at all. Not even a little bit. I think squirrel gravy might be better. Just kind of wonder if the meat were different, that would probably be really good. But I suppose that was the whole point, wasn't it? We don't have other meat. We've got some of this dried beef. If you want to eat, tonight, we've got dried beef, and we're making shit on a shingle. I guess that's how it got its name, isn't it? Now we know. Now we know. And I guess to all of those people who went in the military and thought that this was a delicacy and was something really good, what is wrong with you? And I believe we've kept starvation at bay, which I suppose was the whole point of this, wasn't it? It's the whole point of this dish. It was a super cheap, super easy meal that you could make for a whole lot of people all at once and feed an army. You know, I guess that's the whole point of it, isn't it? I got some extra if you guys want any. A little bit. I get the feeling maybe some leftovers on this trip. Of course, that's okay. I got MREs. Another military delicacy. MRE. It's just be kind of becoming the military episode, ain't it? That's right. Big shout out to all of you military folks out there. Good job. We're very proud of you. All of us. Most of us anyway. Sure is beautiful, isn't it? Got my little marker. So far the river hasn't changed. It's exactly where it was when I put the stick out. So far so good. If you're wondering why I keep eating this, when I've already clearly stated that it is not that good, I'm eating it for the same reason that people eat this in the military. That's all I got. Other than an MRE or something. Very nice though. That's here. I got about another hour or so to decide whether I'm going to stay the night or not. I've got all my camping gear, you know, tent, bed, got all that stuff ready to go. But the river can change your plans, can't it? Moved yet, but I was watching on the radar, and upstream from me got pounded. So it looks like it's on its way. But I've got a couple hours before it gets here, I believe. I'll just keep a close eye on it and see if I can't do a little bit of fishing before things get bad, before the river starts to rise. And, you know, try again tomorrow. You know how that is. You can see I've only got 2 feet, something like that, maybe 3. And I've got a couple low spots to get through to get back out. So all it would take would be about a 2 to 3 foot rise, and I'm getting flooded with no way out. Which I could go up the hill, but all of my stuff, the side by side, all my camping gear, everything over there would get flooded. So yeah, I don't think it's safe to spend the night this time. So I do believe I'm going to fish a while and probably call this one not worth it. You know how it is. There's sometimes you just gotta, keep in mind, you're out for the adventure, but I mean, how often do you hear about adventurers, getting killed, getting too close to the cliff, that sort of thing? And I guess that's where you got to keep in mind, you got to watch the cliff. So I guess we'll err on the side of caution tonight and avoid the cliff, and we'll come back down next day or so, whatever. Got me a nice spot all cleared out now. There's another fishing spot right down here I like a lot better. Who knows, I may even go to that one. This is pretty, nice big wide body of water. It's deep, all that, but you've got this really strong current that comes down right in front of you, and it's the channel is on the other side of it, so you can't really get to the channel without going through the swift water. And you can see where it loops. There's an old barrel right there. See all the wake coming back? The water goes down in circles and comes back out. So you've got 2 currents. You've got the main current going down, and then where it loops and comes back up, you've got another current right here coming back up. So, and you can see the bubbles even. You can see the stuff, how it's moving. So, alright, I'm going to kick back and just relax and hopefully not fall asleep. This is very peaceful. Oh, crap. I got him. I got something. Yeah, I got something. What is that? Oh, come on. Another turtle. You've got to be kidding me. I hate catching turtles. Figures, don't it? He's a little fighter, though. I'll give him credit. All right, come up here. Let's see what we got. Okay. Get out of your system, then I'll get the hook out. He's a little fighter, ain't he? Come on. Come on. There we go. Up the bank. And there we go. not a big one. He's about 8-10 inches, I guess, something like that. Big stick on the other line. Figures though, don't it? I've been catching turtles like crazy lately. Where's all the catfish? What'd you do with the catfish, dude? Alright, let's get him off here and bait back up and see if we can't catch a fish this time. Not turtle. Well, the sun's out. Sky's almost clear. Turned out to be a pretty day after all. Wow, look at all the nests underneath there. Rows and rows of hornet nests underneath that bridge. I just noticed that. Wow, looks like about 30 of them in a row. Anyway, I happened to notice, I was sitting there fishing, happened to notice my rock was getting covered up. Figured I'd come over and check my stick. I had the stick right at the edge of the water where the water was just barely touching it. But we went on past it now. We're back here now. So the river is definitely on the rise. Sucks though, don't it? You know, you come down, clear out a really cool spot to put your tent, and you know, the river's gonna come up. And yeah, I checked the NOAA charts, and it's only supposed to come up a couple feet. It's not gonna be much at all, if that, you know. But here, yeah, that's probably 6 inches in the tent, or real close to it. If not, if it ain't in the tent, it'll definitely have me blocked in for sure. You know, won't be able to leave. If I don't leave now, I won't be able to leave till, well, when the river goes back down. Oh well. At least we got to come out and fish for a little while, and I got to make shit on a shingle for you guys. So I'll try to refrain from using that word for a few minutes anyway. And oh shit, oh never mind. All right, I guess I'm ready. I've got everything, got all my junk cleaned up and packed up and ready to go. I guess I'll come back down next time I come down. I'll make sure, to this spot anyway, I'll make sure that there's nothing upstream that could potentially cause this again. But I guess it's one of those things, you know, you're trying to have fun and, you know, have adventures and all this sort of thing, and video it for you guys and bring y'all along. But I guess you need to know the line, you know, between adventure and unnecessary risk. And I do believe this one falls into the latter category. So I guess I'm gonna head on out and head on home. So I guess we'll just go ahead, guys, and close this video out here. It's not like we got to camp. We did get to do a little bit of fun stuff though. We got to have some fun. But anyway, guys, thank y'all for coming along. Thank you for trying. We tried to go camping, didn't we? So I do believe I'm going to call in the dog on this one. All right, guys, y'all have a really good one. Thank you for coming along for a little video, even if we didn't get to stay the whole time. Y'all have a really good day, and we'll see you next time. Leo out. Disappointed Leo out. See y'all later. out. Almost into the open. See y'all later.